Hey everyone, Ryan here at etrailer. Today on our 2016 Ford Explorer, we're going to be showing you how to install the Curt 4-way flat trailer wiring harness. Before we do that though, let's take a minute, check it out and make sure it's going to work for you. When it comes to the Explorer, people do a lot of different things with them. They're pretty capable SUVs, and so towing trailers definitely isn't out of the ordinary. And if you plan on pulling a trailer around, you're going to need a way to power up the lights on it. That way you're not only safe, but legal as well. And that's where a kit like this is going to come into play. So this has the 4-way flat wiring end, which is a really common type of trailer connector. You kind of get your basic signals here. So you'll have your tail lights, your turn signals, as well as your brake lights. And so if your trailer connector has an end on it, similar to this 4-way flat kit is what you're going to want, because it'll plug right in and send them signals back. Now, with that said, if your trailer connector looks a little bit different, something like this, you're going to want the 7-way kit. So Curt actually offers another kit here that'll work with the Explorer that gives you that larger 7-way round style of trailer connector. So check out what you got on your trailer and that'll get you going in the right direction. There are a couple different ways you can mount this up. What I do, or on this vehicle at least, just drop it down through the safety chain opening on your hitch, close up the dust cover. And on this vehicle, I don't think it's terrible by any means. You don't really see much, still pretty easy to get to. But if you'd rather have this mounted more or less permanently or in a fixed position, you can always pick up what's called a no-drill bracket that'll clamp to your trailer hitch, and then a 4-way flat bracket that'll bolt to it, more or less have it fixed there on the back of your hitch. Since this will be outside, and even though it has this dust cover, I do suggest every now and again taking some dielectric grease and putting it on the terminals there, and that'll go a long way. It'll help keep these protected against corrosion. Honestly, other than that, that's really all there is to it. Ultimately, if you're going to be towing your trailer, this will send those signals back and let everyone know what you plan on doing when you're driving down the road. As far as the installation goes, really not bad at all. There's a connector underneath of our Explorer here that you unplug. The new trailer wiring kind of plugs in between it, route it over, and that's really all there is to it. So really shouldn't give you too many issues or take up a bunch of your time. With that said though, why don't we go ahead and get started on it now. To begin our installation, we're going to be underneath the back of our Explorer, and on the passenger side, right up in this area here, there's going to be a factory connector plug that we need to locate. So here is the connector plug. We'll disconnect it. I will say a lot of times, just from dirt and debris getting kind of jammed in here, it can be kind of tough. So a couple things you can do if you're having a hard time unplugging this. If you happen to have an air compressor, you can blast compressed air in here to help kind of clean some of that junk out, or come in with a small screwdriver or something and just try to clean the area up. You'll have this tab here in the middle, and if you push the connectors together more, hold it tight and push down on that center pin, it will release. We'll grab our new trailer wiring now and the T connector. One end will match up with our factory wiring plug there. So plug that in. And then the other end, just get plugged into the other side. Got our wiring routed over towards our hitch, and when you're doing this, do your best to avoid the exhaust and any hot parts. You can use some zip ties along the way to keep it all secure, but pretty straightforward. I just ran it towards the back bumper and then kind of just up along through here. It's kind of tricky to see, but essentially it just runs right behind our bumper beam. Where I have it dropping down here, and then I just use the dust cover to wrap it around the safety chain opening on our trailer hitch. It is a good idea to test your wiring now to make sure that it's working properly. I like to use a little tester like this as opposed to just plugging into my trailer And I say it because if your trailer happens to have any issues, it might mislead you into thinking it's something wrong on the vehicle side. But with that in mind, we'll try our left turn signal, our right turn signal. We'll hit our brakes and try out our running lights. Now that we verified everything is working correctly though, that's really all there is to it. So that'll finish up our look at and our installation of the Curt trailer wiring harness on our 2016 Ford Explorer.